Welcome to Diet Talk with Dietitian Michelle, your food experts. We are here again. This is a diet show, a diet program where we talk about nutrition. We have been talking nutrition here for the past how many months? We've been talking nutrition, answering questions and refuting some nutrition fads and responding to people's comments. So today I have come again, and what I want to do is just to respond and answer your questions and clarify some issues on the topic we talked about last week. Should you eat for your blood group? I noticed that I couldn't answer many people and the calls kept coming until I left the studio. So today I have come back and it's going to be a continuation of last week's discussion. Should you eat for your blood group? Now, if you're just joining, then I would advise you to head to my YouTube channel so that you will catch up and this episode will make sense to you. I talked about eating for one's blood group. I gave you the theory upon which that eating for blood group is based upon. I explained why the founders believe that it should be followed. So I gave my real point of view on that. So please, if you're just joining me for the first time and you want today's show to make sense to you, then go to my YouTube channel and quickly just grasp the conversation there so that you'll be able to join today. Dietitian Michelle on YouTube, where I answered, should you eat for your blood group? So you will know my stand. Yes, so I am not totally against eating for one's blood group. I am not. I want to emphasize that I am not totally against it. I am not saying don't eat for your blood group. All I am saying is, if you must eat for your blood group, then do it with sense. What we call wayo in Nigeria, eat it with wayo, do it with sense. Don't harm yourself in the name of blood group, because there is no scientific evidence backing that theory. I explained that a theory is something that someone can just come up with, can just think about it, imagine that it is true. There were so many theories we were told in school. Did they not tell us that we came from apes? We were human being unlike the ape from Charles Darwin. Is that not what he said? That is a theory, but no one has proven it, and so we are not using it. We are not acting based on it. We are not pretending to be apes. We are not eating what apes ate, because Charles Darwin believes we originated from apes. So this particular one is also a theory that is yet to be verified, and until then, we shouldn't really act on it or use it, but the sense in it we can take advantage of. So my point is, let us do it with sense. If you want to eat for your blood group, then eat with sense. My major concern now, blood group O people, if you're listening, please listen carefully. Blood group O, because I listened to the teaching of one of the should I say founders or promoters of eating for blood group, and she kept emphasizing on blood group O people, blood. So here is my own emphasis: blood group O people, blood group O. If you want to feast on meat, do it with sense. May I remind you that blood group O people were considered hunters. The first blood group that existed, they were hunters. And what is the job description of hunters? Job description of hunters, yes, they run, they jump, they catch antelopes and other wild animals, then they roast it. So that is their job description. They are active. So even if they feast on meat and eat some fruits and little foods, they will burn all the fats inside the meat. They will burn it. Why? Because according to their job description of running and jumping and catching animals, they will burn it. Then you, blood group O in my own generation, you will sit down, drive to work. When you get to work, you will sit down and carry out your responsibilities. Then you will drive back home. When you get home, you will sit all through, and then you want to go and eat food of blood group O people, food of hunters. Diabetes, cancer, heart attack, stroke, hypertension, these things will come knocking. So if you want to feast on meat like blood group O people, you better start jumping and running like your forefathers, your ancestors who were hunters. So that is what I'm talking about. If you want to eat according to your blood group, do it with sense. Yes, that is what I'm saying. Do it with sense. Now, a blood group O person who is told to eat plenty meat, eat more of meat, eat more meat, then a little of this, a little of that. Meat is supposed to be your main food. A blood group O person who has a family history of cancer, that can be disastrous. A blood group O person who has family history of heart diseases, that is, your genetic makeover is meant to favor a heart disease, then you want to feast on meat. They say eat meat, and the next message that follows this is that there are lean meats that you can eat. Please let me tell you, no matter how lean a meat can be, fat is still inside. So when it's meat that is not lean meat, it contains fat as high as 7 grams per serving. Then when it is lean meat, the fat content now reduces to about 4 grams per serving. Not that it takes away the fat entirely, it is not possible. Fat is inside the meat. So no matter how you reduce the fat, it cannot go out 100%. And you think that when you're eating the lean meat, it's all protein you're eating. That is not true. That is the mistake I think we are making. When you think that, oh, you're eating lean meat, so it is lean meat and it is just protein, no fat. That is not true. All right? So you see, when a blood group O person is asked to eat plenty meat, you eat a lot of meat, then little fruits and vegetables and foods here and there, but more of meat, you're going to be endangering yourself. Now, if your genes are meant to favor kidney disease, it's going to come calling. So all I'm saying is, if you want to eat for your blood group, eat it with sense, especially those that are the blood group O people. You are my major concern. And this eating with sense that I'm talking about, what exactly do I mean? Let me give you some few simple points. What I mean by saying, if you want to eat for your blood group, based on the specifications, based on the recommendations, do it with sense. And here is the sense I'm talking about. Number 1, they say do not eat wheat in most of the blood group. That one I totally agree. If you're my friend and you have been following me, you will know that Michelle too does not like wheat. I don't like wheat. I want to eat foods that grow in my country. I want to eat foods that grow in Nigeria. I want to promote foods that grow here. So until wheat starts growing in Nigeria and growing well, organic wheat, let us eat the ones that we have here. Eat acha, healthy, nutritious food. Eat finger millet, also called tamba. Eat dawa, which is guinea corn. Eat millet. Eat plantain. Eat potatoes. Remove the wheat. I'm in support. If that is the only thing they talked about in eating for blood group, then I'm in support. I agree with them completely. So yes, eating for your blood group with sense. Here's what I mean. I agree with the point of taking out wheat from your diet. Absolutely, 100%. And for those people who are gluten sensitive, the kind of protein found in wheat, that will help you very well. Celiac diseases, this change will help you get a lot of relief. So yes, take out wheat. I agree. Point number 2 on eating for your blood group with sense is find the foods you are allergic to. Take it out of your diet, and that's all. If you are allergic to corn, take it out. If you are allergic to milk or you have lactose intolerance, when you drink milk, you hear guguru inside your stomach. Your tummy cannot digest the lactose inside. That's what we call lactose intolerance. Take it out. And do you know that if you're lactose intolerant, you can actually tolerate yogurt? Why? Because the bacteria inside has digested that lactose that is causing you problems. So you can take yogurt and you'll be fine. So if you're lactose intolerant, take it out of your diet and you'll be all right. If your system cannot digest beans, which is the complex carbohydrate oligosaccharides, especially that's found in the back of the beans, whenever you eat it, you feel bloated, you are uncomfortable, you take it out. Or what I have even recommended for some of my clients, and it worked for them, wash the beans. Just dehull it just the way you want to do moi, then cook it as pottage, and you find out that it goes well. Beans is a legume. It's a healthy, nutritious food. I see no reason why you should be taken out of our diet because of blood group. That is too broad. That is too generalized. And now, what is the science? What is the research there? I hear that visiting a particular hospital, people who had kidney problems, all of them were blood group B. Please, that may have been a coincidence. If it's going to be a research, let us carry out a proper research. Bring blood group O, blood group B, blood group A, all of them. Then give them beans for some time and see if their kidneys will pack up. That is research. Let's carry out a proper research, and not by walking into a hospital and saying most of them were blood group B, and so because of that, beans destroyed their kidneys. Please. I personally take out beans from the diet of people who have kidney problems regardless of their blood group. So whether blood group A or B or C, and the reason we do that is just to allow the kidneys to rest, because digesting and processing it can be difficult at that point. But in the management of other disease conditions, legume, beans is excellent. It's a good food that you shouldn't remove. But if you are not able to tolerate it, then yes, you can go ahead and remove it. So if you know foods you're allergic to, then nuts. Nuts in moderation every day is healthy, is good for you. Good sources of antioxidants that we need. Vitamin E, selenium. So if you are allergic to nuts, please take it out. If you are not, eat it in moderation. That is the eating for your blood group with sense that I'm talking about. And if you are still not sure on how to do that, there's something we call trial and error diet in our management. So list out the foods you suspect you are sensitive to or you are allergic to. Then introduce it one at a time and observe your body. If it doesn't go down well with you, then you know that your body does not tolerate it. You take it out. And you will see results. So when you know those, you can be allergic to just one out of the 10 things mentioned. Then you are missing out on the vitamins, minerals, nutrients in all other foods. Why? Because you were told, eat for your blood group. Take out this, take out that. That is too generalized, please. So if you know what you are allergic to, take it out and you will feel good. Then coming down to the point of meat, please eat meat in moderation, especially my blood group O people, please. I care about you so much. Eat in moderation. And what do I mean by moderation? A lot of times it's between 90 to 180 grams of meat, not more. Don't, because if you're going to follow that eating for blood group, then you are expected to eat so much meat for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner. So moderation is key. Eat all other healthy natural foods. Eat your meat in moderation. Then eat fruits and vegetables. They are good sources of vitamins and minerals for your body to function well. Drink water, don't leave that out. And if you can be fit, if you can be active, then you have just iced the cake. If you can be active in addition to eating healthy, then that is it. So when we say, because I don't know if other dietitians are with me on this, but when I, dietitian Michelle, say if you want to eat for blood group, eat it with sense. This is what I'm talking about. Just eat everything in moderation, then be as active as you can be. But what if you now try all these things and it still doesn't work? That can be possible. After you have eaten the healthy foods, after you have exercised, and it looks like things are still not falling in place, then yes, here is now the real science, which is what we call genetic nutrition. I have a certificate in nutrigenomics for professionals of nutrition, and to be able to answer this question was what inspired me to go for that course. Somebody asked me, should I eat for blood group? Many years ago, I didn't have a clear-cut answer, and you know, Michelle, it troubles me when I can't give answer. So I had to enroll. I paid hugely to attend that course, and I understood everything. So here is the science. This is evidence-based practice. If you want to get it right, if you want to hit the nail on the head when it has to do with your nutrition, then it's genetic nutrition. You have to go for a genetic test. The result will say the particular nutrients you should take out and the particular nutrients you should eat. It is not a blood group thing. Blood group O person, one blood group O person who has a family history or genetic makeover to have cancer, eating meat can be dangerous. Now another blood group O person who doesn't have that family history can now eat the meat and everything will go well. So you see, the solution will be what? Personalized nutrition. What is that? Genetic testing, where you go for your genes to be tested and the result comes out. It says the exact nutrients that your body likes and what it doesn't like based on your gene, not blood group that is generalized. Then your dietitian, like dietitian Michelle, can now plan your diet, and that, my friend, is what we call personalized nutrition.